Alright, let's go ahead and get started. Let's continue where we left off. That guy's pretty sus. Yeah, even George saw that. Trenches near Vimy, March 18th, 1918. Alright. Alright, photography. Photography was developing rapidly and was used extensively during the war. The press searched for and published pictures of the front despite a ban by military authorities. In France, the section photographique de l'armée was created in 1915 in order to monitor these images. One of its objectives was to sway the population, the press, and neutral countries to a particular side in the conflict. Photography was also used to document the destruction linked to the war and to spy on enemy positions. Spying. Throughout the entire war, the fear of spies permeated all European authorities and societies. As early as 1914, shops with German-sounding names were ransacked in France, and foreigners were suspected of being spies, supplying info to the enemies. In occupied territories, the German military tracked resistance networks, communicating with the Allies while trying to influence political life through the various means, such as the renowned dancer Mata Hari. The image shows a French soldier listening in on the German phone lines. Observation balloons. Military intelligence rapidly became a major challenge. Static aerial observation was used on both sides, with static air balloons based on the German Drachen. Their goal was to observe enemy artillery. The crew in the basket beneath the balloon used the cable holding the balloon as a phone line, allowing for fast information reports. The balloons rapidly became easy targets for pilots, so being part of the crew often meant being in a vulnerable position. Oh, okay, there's a new update to George's diary entry. Who would have thought my hobby would come in handy during a war? You brushed it off at the time, but now my photography skills are a matter of life and death. I reckon there's only two places where I can truly feel myself. Up in the air, and in a dark room. They both give me the peace I crave. What? Seriously? So I can't call him out saying this guy is sus or something? Okay. Sussy McSusserson went into here. Yeah, you didn't see shit there, sir. Nothing suspicious except the dog. What bullshit? I went into the cover. Oh my god. Now that works. So how much further do I need to creep with him? Getting a little interesting. He's gonna be probably going to no man's land on a certain path. Where are you going with that info, boy? Okay, so now we got our 3 items, it seems like. Okay, Walter, let's figure out what's going on over here. Alright, get the Stahlhahn Granata. Broken, ruptured one, that's broken. Yeah, Stahlhahn Granata M17, the standard grenade of the Imperial German Army, often known by its crew name the Potato Masher. Go collect that. Come on, Walter, be a good boy for me and grab, I don't know if that's a piece of coal or whatever. Okay. We can go up and get to Stahlhelm. Stahlhelm replaced the outdated Pickelhaube spiked helmet designed in Verdun in March of 1916, offering significantly stronger protection against bullets and shrapnel. Of course it did. Wait, hold on. Okay, so it looks like I need to eventually come back around. I need to be sneaky. What's the third item? Gas mask. Alright. And it is very suspenseful music for this part. Looking for a gas mask. Ah, there it is, right there. Yep, very sus. Alright, we got the third item. Alright, let's see if I can brush up on my German with this. The Lederschutzmaske. A German army mask, or gas mask, constructed of durable leather rather than rubber, used in the Gummi mask, which also sometimes used by German soldiers. The screw that fits the gas filter is the same used in the German streetlights. Huh. Interesting. Oh, now we're behind enemy territory. George, you're a pilot. Like, come on. I can't whack them, just like the first game. Alright, 2 more items we gotta look for. Oh, I can't punch him? Oh, that's stupid. Gotta be all sneaky breaky like. Yeah, look the other way, Hans, just long enough to get by. Alright, just like before in the first game, you got distracted. That way. Okay, so looks like I need to start collecting some things. Go, 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 go. Alright, just wait and go. Alright, is there another guy waiting for me? Maybe not. Okay. Schnapps bottle. A ceramic bottle of schnapps. German soldiers tried to create a little sense of home at the front by bringing alcohol or products from home. At the front, it's unlike French soldiers, they often stayed in the same location for the entire war. Go ahead and collect that, Walter. Come on, buddy, you can do it. There you go. Alright, Walter, we're gonna need exchange items real quick. Oh, wait, oh, go back, go back. Fuck. Yeah, I think I was gonna get caught doing that. Hold on. There we go, come on. Alright, let's go. Wait, hold on, which way should we go? Oh, yeah, we're not going that way. What's that next item? Look like a pile of books, maybe, or something. I have to knock him out. Oh, come on. Wow. Let him get a little bit ahead, like here, and then we go in. Oh, hello, buddy. Don't mind it. Don't mind us. Alright, do we have a guard coming? Oh, shit. Oh, never mind. We actually get to see him going in the room. Oh, we're gonna steal their plane? I have a good feeling we're stealing their plane, right? Oh, we got spotted, but we got the papers back. Yeah, slash images, probably. Oh, hold on. Assuming they both turn, we need to go. Ooh, baby. That was a close one. Yeah, this level's actually more intense than the freaking base game one. Hey, come on! Oh my god. What? Last time you didn't see me there. This time you did? Behind a barrier. Wow. That's so dumb. Okay, we found the last item. Oh, it's bread. Okay. KK Brot. Kriegsbrot, a hearty wartime bread that supplemented rye with potatoes, useless bacon ingredients, was eventually replaced by the even more potato-heavy KK Brot as grain supplies dwindled. Due to the blockade, there was a severe shortage of ingredients required to make standard bread. Woo! A little close for comfort there. We're gonna fly this plane out, aren't we? We have to be. Alright, let's go, Walter. I called it. I knew it. We were gonna take the plane. Take it. Take it. Take it. Take it. Get some goggles. Take that, Germany.
As George headed back toward Allied lines, he snapped a photo of the massive movement of enemy troops and weapons.
Oh, this is the Kaiserschlacht, 1918, the Spring Offensive. Oh god, I don't know what it is. Oh boy. Another copyright music thing. Hold on. We're just gonna talk over it. I mean, this looks like pretty nice, but again, why is George's levels just literally just dodge this, dodge that? I mean, he has one of the best planes in the known time. So, ow. Again, like I said last stream, is that it would have been better if his levels was a side scroller to, you know, dodge enemy planes, ground fire, and to, you know, snap photography on the ground, and you can kind of get the excuse he doesn't need to shoot unless absolutely necessary. Like, come on, like, these guys need to pull the trigger once in a while.
But he wasn't out of danger just yet. Seeing his German plane, Allied forces started opening fire.
Oh yeah, because you're in a German plane, buddy, going over friendly lines. You're gonna get hit by your allies. Oh hey. Yeah, it's nice to know you guys. Oh, please don't hit me. Okay. Oh dear God, this is gonna be bad. Okay, so far okay. Just took a hit. Where you going, buddy? Yeah, I was gonna say, please pick a lane in this case. Okay, dude. Just gonna go in a diamond formation along the screen. Jeez. Okay, that almost clipped me. Oh! Oh! Please? Almost there, come on. You're gonna be responsible for a dog that's gonna die! You poops, there's a dog back here. Calm down. I'm gonna be proud of yourselves. You're gonna kill a man and his dog. The 1500 IQ dog needs to survive. Okay, good, we survived. Thankfully, but we took another stray bullet to the back.
Upon landing, George was placed under arrest on suspicion of espionage.
Oh, of
Fortunately,
course.
he was able to back up his story with proof.
Yeah, he just said this guy was sus. He walked towards German lines. I grabbed it. I grabbed the photo and brought it back.
Spring 1918. With the Brest-Litovsk peace treaty signed, German fighting on the Eastern Front came to an end, freeing up troops for advancement to the Western Front. A series of offensives were launched, pushing the Allied lines to the breaking point. The last of these offensives was launched near Saint-Menehould.
Are we gonna go back to James now and him on the front? Are we doing Freddy? What's the deal?
For James and the 369th, the long-awaited opportunity to prove themselves had finally come.
All right. Got 2 new entries to look at. I have to keep it together for my boys, and especially James. I can't lose a single one of them. I've lost enough over the last few years. Enough for a lifetime. Holding this whistle, waiting to charge. Got me thinking about a meal. I miss that old Frenchie in our talks. I had to keep focused. I had to bring James and the rest of the boys home. If anyone can get us through this, I know it's you, Freddy. We all look up to you. Ever since we lost Jeff, it's been hard to keep pushing forward. But you'll push us just enough. Get us to where we need to go. I got faith in you, and I know the other fellows do too. Alright, trenches. As early as on in 1914, soldiers on both sides started to dig trenches. Fortification system dating from the modern era, they were designed to protect soldiers from enemies. However, they quickly became the symbol of World War I, taking the concept to a whole new level. A network of parallel interconnected trenches allowing people to move around, sheltering themselves and shoot at the enemy. The space that separated 2 enemy territories was known as No Man's Land. It could span tens or hundreds of yards. Alright, the spring offensives. After withdrawal of the Russian Empire, the German Empire was able to reallocate forces from the Eastern Front to the Western Front. They launched a series of offensives. The first was called Operation Mikhail. against the British and French positions using a new combination of Sturm group and assault troops, also referred to as Sturmtruppen or Sturmtrupps, and targeted artillery fire. Between March and July of 1918, they made progress, taking land until they were stopped at the Marne, only about 100 kilometers from Paris, by a counteroffensive from the Allied forces with American reinforcements. Artillery. As early as 1916, German engineers started working on a long and very long-reach artillery cannons by 75 to 78 miles. Depending on the inclination of the cannon, the projectiles could reach the upper stratosphere, 24 miles, allowing them to gain more speed. The calculation of trajectory was complex, as many factors had to be taken into account. In the curvature of the Earth, 7 of these guns, the Pariser Kanonen, or the Parisian cannons, shot at Paris between March and August of 1918. In total, during the 46 days of bombing, 367 bombs were fired and reached Paris and its suburbs, resulting in 256 deaths and 620 wounded. Despite the Allies' best efforts, they did not manage to capture any of these guns. The image shows a much smaller Allied gun, but still impressive in size and only movable by rail. Hey, Finn. How are you doing this morning? Well, evening, so. Could you please annihilate me? Are you asking Walter to annihilate you? We just got started like half an hour ago, so we're only into level 2 into the stream. At least what I covered. How are things? Alright, I'm gonna read up on No Man's Lands. The expression No Man's Land first appeared in the British press at the end of 1914. It's the part of the front located between the two opposing sides. Littered with bombshells, bodies, and barbed wire, it was a highly dangerous place where patrols or stretcher bearers struggled to retrieve their wounded comrades. I spent like 3 hours in OBS Discord solving something that apparently not really an issue, and I was making giants out of windmills. Giants out of windmills? Is that a saying? Because I don't think I remembered hearing about that. Yeah, then I don't think we use that over here, to be honest. I have not heard it. But currently we're on the level where we're starting the Kaiserschlacht offense of 1918, so the spring offensives level. I just got done grinding for EVs and Ultramoon, got tuned. Jesus, like, are you going for a full EV team now? Oh, well, rip that guy. Yep, spring offensive has started. You just want all EV illusions? Okay. Alright. A bombshell. These how it... Got my throat today. These howitzer shells came in many forms. Weighing up to several hundred pounds, some are loaded with shrapnel or toxic gas. Alright. Yeah, we're back with the Harlem Hellfighters with James, with the French. Run! Oh! Oh, shit. Thanks, Freddy. That was kind of like last minute hold. Dead. Well, now we're with my... Oh. Alright, take bombs to go get it from the right. I got distracted looking at chat. The bombs killed me. Alright, I need to focus. Give me a second. Hold on, I just need to get to cover real quick. Okay. Now I can check the item I picked up. I thought this game was supposed to be realistic, yet there's a fantasy nation known as France, yeah. Alright, Sternpanzer plate. An armored plate approximately 1/8 of an inch thick and weighs about 4 pounds. This was mounted on the standard issued German helmet. The Sternpanzer was particularly useful to spotters or frontline who were in danger of direct fire. Yeah, I do remember some images. It was like the extra padded armor for the front of the helmet. It was meant for some caliber of bullets as well as extra shrapnel protection. They use it for their stormtroopers, pretty much, or Sturmtrooper. Oh. Oh, come on! Damn it. Okay. Perfect time to have a machine gun literally open up right there. Run. Run, James, run. I get the... Go! Okay. Yep, I got your grenades right here. Hey, I got a nice pat on the back by the French officer. So I guess I'm just reinforcing the line with stuff. Dude, I put my toe out there and I died. Alright, what's going on? Oh, we need to get mortar rounds. Okay, I assume this breaks, right? That breaks? Yep, this breaks. Okay. Okay, the rest of the line just got... Yeah, come on, Freddy. Brothers to the end, let's do this. We can drag this shit over. Alright, go, 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 go. Yeah, I do notice that they just die like a bunch of webs when they take a stray bullet. To be honest, the SPZ was only good against travels. It was better than nothing, yeah. I'd rather have some kind of confidence back then, knowing it at least did something, even if it wasn't 100%, you know? Alright, this is gonna break open. Right? Yep. Hold it. I mean, there's like 15 machine guns watching that path. Alright. I mean, bullets. Oh, there's apparently still one object I'm missing somewhere. So I'm assuming this is pretty much the whole level, just going back and forth, reinforcing the line, and everything just goes to shit the longer it goes. As we are in the defensive during the spring offensive, literally. Yeah, and all the Kaiser Trooper aiming for this one guy. He's like, this guy is single-handedly keeping the French intact. Take him out. Alright. Oh, damn it! I went one frame too far, apparently. Son of a... Wait. Oh. Okay, I guess it's back there now. It is kind of deceiving, because right here you can clearly think from depth perception they can angle their machine guns to the left and kill me, but apparently not. Alright. Jesus. I, man.
Even though they had managed to hold the position, the 369th had paid a heavy price. Before leaving to care for the wounded, Anna made sure to give James and Freddie a long embrace, hoping this would not be their last. After a dreadful night fighting to stay alive, James and Freddie were blinded by the camera flash. Impressed by the troops' accomplishments, the American press gave them the nickname Harlem Hellfighters. Their brand of music was all the rage, earning them an invitation to perform in Paris.
Yeah, there was a fact mentioned last stream that Harlem Hellfighters pretty much introduced jazz and sports like basketball and baseball to the French, and apparently that gave some influence later, so... Yeah. Yeah, it was definitely some stray shot, but they had to do it for dramatic effect, because, I mean, it happens. When you think you're in a somewhat safe area, you're bound to be, you know, hit, so... Okay, we got another mini game prompt time. Let's see how good I'm at with my oboe in front of the French and American corps. Oh, fucked one up already. Okay. Whoa, this went dark fast. Okay, oh, that's the Senegalese troops with the fezzes. Also, the prompt stopped too. Well, that was interesting. I wonder if it's because that it's implying like that, oh, well, while you can have a moment of silence and happiness, you're still reminded of the horrors
August
of war
8th,
in the back of your
1918.
mind.
On land, Germany endured its darkest day of war. Knowing the Kaiser's demand for victory was unattainable, the German officers pressed forward, fighting for more advantageous positions at sea, in the hope of gaining leverage for negotiating a truce.
Oh boy, are we gonna be sinking ships, or what's going on with this part? Because it looks like we're playing as Ernst again.
Following a series of revolts by their troops, German command ordered naval captains to tighten their grip on sailors and quash any stirrings of mutiny at sea.
Oh boy. Up Morse code.
Hearing about acts of insurrection, Ernst felt emboldened and decided he had to deactivate his submarine's torpedoes.
Ah. Is this gonna give me a fact that I didn't know about? Because honestly, I don't remember the Kriegsmarine having mutinies towards the end of the war. I know in general everyone was getting fed up with the war, but if this is something that actually was a chain of events, this is something new to me. Alright. Let's see. Let me catch up with chat. So, many games a bit obnoxious. I get the point, but kind of get... Yeah. That was the second, third time, but yeah. I was surprised it kind of just stopped halfway in. Just kind of like reminded you of everything that you just dealt with. Oh yeah, I know, but in the first game they talked about the French mutinies from the Nivelle Offensive, because that was a chain of events. So I'm wondering if they're covering the late war mutinies that were in particular, because most historical documentation I've read up on, they didn't really just talk about the late war mutinies, they talked all about the French ones during the 1917. As, you know what I mean, it kind of overshadowed the others later. So, alright, hospital ships. So, hospital ships have been long used before the Great War. For example, the USS Red Rover rescued wounded from both sides during the American Civil War. These ships were employed to take care of the troops, wherever they may be. The Red Cross and the various corps commandeered boats during World War I, also to help civilians in Greece and Serbia during the war. The Geneva Convention signed in 1949 guarantees protection to hospital ships and defines the designation and its limitations. Included no weapon transport, no active soldier transport, and no interference with ongoing military operations. Yeah, about that, we still had issues with that in later conflicts. Remember Geneva suggestions and some later regional conflicts with hospital ships. Wireless, let's see, telegraphy. Wireless telegraphy was another new technology at the beginning of the 1900s. It relied on Morse code to transmit messages. Communications being key during wartime, this technology quickly improved, and all vehicles eventually became equipped with radios, including trucks, boats, submarines, and even warplanes towards the end of the war. Alright, the Battle of Amiens, aka the 100 Days Offensive. Following the various unsuccessful spring offensives, a last attempt was made by the German army to capture the Amiens railroad node. The Australians and the Canadians, with all units available, managed to hold the line, putting the German army in a weak position. The immediate counteroffensive launched from August 8th to the 11th allowed the Allies to capture numerous soldiers and weapons. Ludendorff, the commander of the German army, called this the darkest day of the German army. Yeah, you can also add Israel to the list of Geneva suggestions nowadays, with how things are going in over there. So they may not officially disregard, but they are pushing their limits on yeah. Alright, August 8th, 1918, Ludendorff wrote that after August 8th, the decline of Germany's ability to fight and win the war was clear. From this day on, the army continued to retreat with heavy casualties. Morale was down and soldiers on the ground knew the war was lost. In September, even the leadership of the army warned the emperor that the war was lost. And by October 3rd, numerous soldiers and sailors refused to fight, accelerating the loss. It would take until November 5th for the official request of a truce from the Germans to finally start the negotiations. Okay, so then it means we're pretty much, like, already a few months before the war ends, like, speeding up the mutinies and refusal to fight. Alright. Alright, I did see this earlier in a cutscene. Let's take a look what this is. Man overboard flag. Brightly colored flags allowed rapid ship-to-ship communication, such as in the case of Man Overboard. Well, doesn't help when it's a shade of yellow and a shade of red. It's 50-50, so... especially for your color blindness. Alright, so we're still back on the same boat we were. I had to learn these from playing Silent Hunter series, yeah. Signal lamp. This German, okay, here we go. German, brush it up. Let's see. German Blinkerrat. That's as close as I can get with that. The Blinkerrat. Used to communicate during nighttime hours. When flags could not be seen by the blinking, the lamp to form a visual code. Yeah. I mean, World War II, they had the little fan thing that they used as a signal core. Or they could do Morse code statements. Bro, I just got down and you're telling me not this way? Fuck off. Now I can see why they're already pushing the thing telling you don't do this. Okay, so it looks like we're gonna need to do a lengthy mini game here. See if it might be this one. Okay. I know, puzzles. Oh my god. Alright. Third item, let's see what we got. Is that the AFA battery? Electric batteries that allowed German U-boats to navigate under electrical power. These batteries ran the risk of releasing chlorine gas if seawater came in contact with them. Oh, that sounds fun. Especially when your boat is probably leaking half the time. What a way to die, you know? Wonder what were the chances of that happening. Yeah, eat steam, asshole. Yeah, it wasn't until the 40s, going into the 50s, they had proper batteries with the less likely chance of causing chemical reactions like that. Okay, lower it. Thank you. Let go, Ernst. There you go. Good boy. Other item. Looks like another man overboard propaganda thing. Semaphore instruction leaflet. Semaphores were flags used specifically for communication between ships, but also between ship and land. Efficient communication relies upon the semaphore codes found in this book. Okay. So basically, which flags in what direction to move them and code-wise, yeah. Yeah, the character pretty much just murdered him by giving him third-degree burns from the steam. Ernest is going to start the mutiny. He's like, I'm going to start a mutiny by burning my own ship crew's face off. I'm going to burn this guy's face off. Dude, did he not see me do that? He's like, ah, I hate you. I'm just going to keep going this way. Alright, last object. Naval mines. Approximately 235,000 of these mines were deployed during the war by German and Allied forces alike. German U-boats laid them in shipping lanes to sink merchant and naval vessels en route to the UK, while the Allies used them in an attempt to seal off the Straits of Dover and the Hebrides? Hebrides? I actually never heard that one before. I know Straits of Dover. Cleaning them up after war required 82 ships that worked 24/7 for 5 straight months. Boy. Talk about that cleanup job. Press the button. Oh boy, he's gonna get caught.
While Ernst was happy to be alive, he again found himself in the crossfire of war and his freedom taken away. Now a British POW, his only consolation was being able to play his fiddle once more.
Oh, I guess that's a one-way trip out of the war. Just like, I'd rather become a prisoner than deal with any more of this shit.
September 26th, 1918. Determined to cut the German supply line, Allied forces launched the Meuse-Argonne offensive. For James and his fellow soldiers, this undertaking was bigger than any they had faced before.
Yeah, the Meuse-Argonne offensive, oh boy. This is where
Soldiers on both sides steeled themselves for the whistle blow and the impending chaos of the charge. Their sole comfort being the unwavering support of their brothers in arms.
All right. Let's see. Fun fact: the White Cliffs of Dover still sometimes fish out these mines to the day. Yeah. All right. So the Meuse-Argonne offensive. Well, even though the the narrator sent them the Meuse-Argonne. Let's see. It was a joint operation between 22 U.S. and 15 French divisions in the Meuse and Argonne area between September and November of 1918. Difficult terrain, which included forests and rivers, the Allied forces advanced at a slow pace, eventually taking 25 kilometers. The Harlem Hellfighters proved themselves during this offensive by never being taken prisoner and never losing ground. They even advanced too fast compared to the other units and were forced to stall their advancement in enemy territory. The image shows FT-17 tanks on their way to the front during one of the offensive's many battles. The Battle of Saint Mihiel. Saint Mihiel was all over the place in the first game, so I mean, it was one of the frontline towns to deal with. Located south of Verdun, Saint Mihiel was a German protrusion in the front line and was the theater of violent fights over the course of 4 years. From September 1914 until September 1918. A joint operation between French forces and U.S. Rangers under General Pershing's command allowed the Allied forces to take the city back. The image shows Saint Mihiel viewed from the trenches. I guess it's on the hillside on the top right, and that's mostly like the tree line and the river with the view of a trench. Oh yes, the famous Belleau Wood battle. Alright, this battle had great symbolic and psychological impact because it was the American Expeditionary Force's first fight in June of 1918. It was also the starting point of the Allied offensive against the German Spring Offensive. Or counteroffensive, sorry. To this day, this battle is one of the founding battles that established the reputation of the U.S. Marine Corps. The picture shows a French high-ranking officer decorating American soldiers as a reward for their feats during this particular battle. This is also, they had a film called The Lost Battalion that was based in Belleau Wood that pretty much was overrun by a German counterattack, and it was a few hundred U.S. Marines of the Expeditionary Corps that held the line and took losses. Yeah. Well, it did see only a few months of service at the end of World War II, but it was used in the Korean War quite a bit for those that were still in the production at the time. But yeah, imagine being General Pershing and kind of get an underrated tank that only gets so much coverage. Alright, I just want to double check here, make sure we ain't forgetting anything. We got to dodge bombs on the way there? Probably. Watch for impact holes in the ground. Yep, there it is. Speaking of the devil. Oh, there's like a bust here. Sniper head. Enemy snipers were a constant threat, and this paper mache head served as a convincing lure to safely reveal sniper positions. Oh, okay. Yeah, I do remember they used dummy heads and fake helmets at certain angles to make it look convincing. Alright, more bombs. Not the pigeon guy. God damn it. We lost our messenger boy. Oh, okay. Alright, we're back to detonating explosives. Yeah, couldn't even grab maybe a messenger pigeon and a little capsule, so if you have to send in fire coordinates or SOS last minute thing, then yeah. Okay, hold on, we gotta go back and get another one. Alright, there we go. A Brody helmet. Yep, Brody helmet. Conceived by John Leopold Brodie in 1915, the Brodie helmet was designed and adopted by the British. In later American forces, crafted from a single sheet of metal, they offered both simplicity of manufacture and greater resistance than the French Adrian. More than 7.5 million of these helmets were produced throughout the war. And most of them were modified and used in World War II, because it still, by concept, worked, but it wasn't better than the Schalhelm because it provided neck protection. Because it protruded further, it did prevent more shrapnel from bouncing around and hitting you from the sides and the top. That's the only saving grace, but goodbye to your neck. Jesus Christ, look at the amount of dead already right there. Okay, hold on, do I... Well, I just killed a guy. I just buried him with the ruins of a tank and dirt. Who needs a neck anyway? Yeah, exactly. Well, James confirmed killed somebody already. Freddy literally just walked into the line of fire like a slow badass. Freddy's too cool to die. Bullets literally fall and hit the ground around him. Yeah, apparently. Oh, that guy ran. Alright, just gotta find one more item. German patrol map. Maps contained crucial information for planning attacks and counterattacks. Pretty general knowledge there. Oh wait, we were just here before, weren't we? This looks familiar. Oh, we're going back to the prologue area. Yep. Like 3 hand grenades just landed there.
Barely able to get the words out, pleaded with James to lead the men and continue their push forward with the offensive. Reluctant to leave him behind, James complied.
Damn it, Freddy. He took bullets like a man, but a few grenades was a little too much to handle. But he did save your brother, technically. Oh, come on. Yeah, his face is screaming like, run, just run. I'm gonna shit myself if I get killed. Yeah. No, not the other guy. Damn it. Well, we lost the mortar guy. Okay, I would have died there. Jesus Christ, how many fucking bodies are there? Look at this. Dude, this is even worse than the Bell offensive, like, background from the first game. Jesus. Dude, I think he's gonna have a nervous breakdown in 5 minutes before he pukes shits himself and passes out. Where did George even land his plane? Okay, apparently he found a spot that wasn't gonna... What? What? Dude, it was raining. How do you take off without your wheels digging in? Oh god, here we go again. This is the 3rd time, George, you've been doing this. Jeez. Oh, do I have to dodge lightning now? Jesus Christ. Well, I will say this, they kept all the vehicle sections to just George so far. Also, we took a stray hit somehow. Also, I don't know if this is even... Yeah. Oh, hi. 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 Please. Please. Spare me. I'm a wounded soldier on board. George's whole thing has literally just been jumping the shark since he started. I had one mission before you showed up earlier where George was actually chasing a spy by sneaking through the trenches. And then he took off and pretty much that played like it was no problem. Bonk. I was trying to do bonk and it just crashed right through him. Okay, well, at least it reset my plane. So I don't have any hits. Oh my god. Oh, the lightning actually struck me. Okay, that's why I was like, look out for the flash. Yeah, you can't bonk the Red Baron. That's against the rules and history. Jesus, are these artillery shells or AA shells? I can't even tell. Or flak shells, yeah. I don't know. It keeps arcing like it's an artillery cannon instead. Oh! Oh! No. Stop doing that. Please! Oh my god! Oh. This is so stupid. Oh. I keep forgetting about the lightning bolts because it just like... It's so hard to tell in the background sometimes. Well, I don't think the Flak 88 in theory was technically a caliber back then. Right, where are you going with this? Are you going left? Are you going up? Are you down? No. I think I'm like one hit away from dying again. Please. Spare me. Haha, eat shit. The 88 HE shells? Okay. So they did technically use that caliber, but not in the flesh. Yeah, okay. Thank God.
Flying in such stormy weather would have been a challenge for any skilled pilot. Even so, George had decided to brave the storm and risk his own life to save his friends.
Yeah, my plane ate like 4, his dies in 1, so Red Baron was not having a good day. It's like...
Stunned to see her dear Freddy suffering, Anna quickly got to work.
Stay with me,
let's see. Oh, yay, more fragments. I love fragments the minigame, don't you?
No.
Oh, sorry. I was trying to... I was... Alright. Alright, straight up, just like last time. I keep thinking about pulling it left and right, but it slows it down. Wait, didn't we just use the... What? Okay. Whatever. Yeah, I mean, literally Anna and Walter has literally been like the saving grace of this game, because it's just a humanitarian perspective of things. I mean, he did take 3 hand grenades, so he's gonna have a shit ton of shrapnel, so I can agree to that.
Hold on, Freddy. You're all right. Wonderful.
After 4 long years, Freddy's injuries had ended his fight. Always the one to protect others, he would now be the one in need of care on the slow road to recovery. Despite his wounds, he remained in good spirits thanks to Anna by his side every step of the way.
Yeah, that was like 12
With
to
Freddy
15
out of
fragments,
commission,
yeah.
James took over as squad leader. For the Harlem Hellfighters, the experience on the ground remained brutal, and the memory of their fallen friends ever present. At that very moment, news of the truce being signed between the German and Allied forces made its way to the front. Anna was sent to relay the good news without delay.
Oh, so we're on the precipice of the war ending. Alright, let's see. Yep. Armistice. So after the collapse of his allies, November 4th, 1918 saw the surrender of the Austro-Hungarian Empire. Military losses and revolutionary tensions, the German authorities asked for a truce. It was signed in an armored train car in Rthons. Yeah, I've fucked up the French again. On November 11th at 5:15, and it took effect on the same day at 11 o'clock on the Western Front. The announcement of the armistice was relayed by telegraph to various units, which in turn played the bugle or rang bells to warn everyone that the war was over. The picture shows a French officer increase ringing the bells. Alright, demobilization. So after the armistice on November 11th, French, British, and American soldiers were gradually released from service. The photograph shows American soldiers returning their equipment before being released of service. The American fine units rapidly returned to the U.S., while African-American soldiers from the Service of Supply, non-fighting units, stayed behind to dig out and properly bury American fallen soldiers. French soldiers returned to civilian life upon the signing of the Treaty of Versailles on June 28, 1919. Okay, I gotta pronounce this again. This is French. The Croix de Guerre and medals. In order to acknowledge the exceptional feats by soldiers, the Croix de Guerre was established in 1915 to reward exceptional behavior during wartime. It was given to soldiers, but also civilians, non-French nationals, institutions, units, regiments, regiment ships, collectives, and rarely animals. Henry Johnson and Needham Roberts from the 369th were the first American recipients of this reward. Lastly, the Treaty of Versailles. The Treaty of Versailles was signed on June 28, 1919 in the Palace of Versailles, Galerie de Glace, between France, its 27 allied countries, and Germany. The treaty put the full responsibility of war upon Germany and cut 13% of its territory. Versailles redrew new European geopolitics without solving border issues or questions of nationality. It was repudiated by the American Senate, and most of the German population saw it as a diktat rather than a treaty. So we got 3 items to look for. Alright, so that means we gotta go ring the bell that the war is pretty much over. We gotta look for those items. Alright, we got the bugle. In 1918, on the 11th hour, the 11th day of the 11th month, bugles and bells announced the Great War has come to an end. Diktat means command without choice. Yeah, basically a forceful surrender with nothing to keep. They had to give up everything. Second item. A Brahmi suit. Following the soldiers' return in December 1918, the nation of France gave each veteran 3 gifts. A monetary compensation, an Adrian helmet inscribed with Soldat de la Grande Guerre, Soldier of the Great War, and a Brahmi suit, so named after the Under-Secretary of War. This suit was considered so ridiculous that many soldiers preferred the cash compensation of 52 francs, approximately $70 US today. US troops were given $60, about $1,200 today, and a train ticket home after discharge. Ah yes, here you go, $60 for pretty much wasting your mental state away. Have fun. Also, if you have any limps, good luck with that. Then again, most of the countries are bankrupt by the time that war was over, mostly. Alright, last item. Facial prosthetic. With modern surgery being in its infancy, many soldiers who suffered from shrapnel-induced facial wounds were fitted with these prosthetics to replace missing features. Yeah. Alright, Walter, you're gonna need to go get my thingy. See, the funny thing about the Weltkrieg Diktat is that the thing led to both USSR and Reich. Yep. So I assume we throw it at this. Yep.
And just like that, at the 11th hour, on the 11th day of the 11th month, the war suddenly stopped. Bells rang all over the country, spreading the good news. The war was finally over. Seeking a new life far from the devastation of Europe, Anna and Freddie set off to make a home in the United States. Pending the outcome of the Treaty of Versailles, Ernst was still being held captive in France as a POW, forced to do hard labor. Thanks to George's flying and active valor, the RAF accepted him as one of their own.
The Allies took only a bit of responsibility for the Welt Creek, no
After
mustache
being
man, no
duly
camps, no
rewarded
communism,
the Croix de
maybe.
Guerre by the French military, the Harlem Hellfighters were once again placed under American command.
Yeah, I think if they would have pointed out it was Austria-Hungary that gave the ultimatum to Serbia and Germany was dragged along, and just say that, yes, our alliances did have some
And while the Harlem
weight to the
Hellfighters
war
prepared to
happening, then
return
maybe
home,
Germany wouldn't be as
James and
pissed,
Lang
yeah.
Edwards volunteered to help the Service of Supply clean up the battlefield.
Well, there's Ernst, his friend.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, they should have just blamed the leadership and the Austro-Hungarians for putting the ultimatum into place, and still made Germany pay some reparations, but the Austro-Hungarians should have, but they fell apart, so I asked the question, like, who would actually do the war reparations in full, you know? Let's see, the post-war work. After the war was over, it was time to rebuild. The destruction was massive. Cities, villages, farms, factories, transport systems, and infrastructure has been seriously hit. An estimated 850,000 buildings has been damaged, and a rebuilding campaign was launched as early as December 1918. The workforce for rebuilding was in large part composed of prisoners of war, free labor, and by non-French citizens hired on contract. So, I'm surprised. I will give... Okay, I'm gonna give the devs some credit. They're actually covering, like, the mere months to weeks after armistice was declared, so you're kind of seeing the cleanup work and the harsh realities of things for the next few years. As soon as the conflict started, American charities such as the Fatherless Children of France, which aided orphans of the war, started helping the victims. Rich Americans financed hospitals and care for the wounded. Thousands of charitable organizations were created, and numerous fundraisers were held in the U.S. prestigious foundations such as the Carnegie Endowment for the International Peace to rebuild entire cities such as Reims, France, which was mentioned in the first game for a couple levels. The image shows volunteers the American Fund for French Wounded preparing surprise bags for the wounded. German POWs. German POWs held after the armistice acted as leverage against the German army to make them comply with the Treaty of Versailles. They were used as free labor for extensive rebuilding work or to clear mines. Gee, almost like the Second World War and how that went post-war. The prisoners were repatriated in early 1920 under pressure from the American government. The U.S., however, refused the French government's request to send 400,000 civilian workers who would have been paid by the Weimar Republic to help with reconstruction. Now that part I didn't know about. Oh, man. Just to show you where our priorities were right at the end of the war. Alright, the unknown soldiers. So the war, all told, resulted in a tremendous amount of death. Tens of thousands of bodies were unable to be buried properly or could not be retrieved by their families. In order to allow grievance spots for all these families and to provide a national place of remembrance, numerous countries chose to create monuments to unknown soldiers whose bodies were retrieved from the battlefield. In the US, the unknown soldiers was buried in Arlington in 1921. For the United Kingdom and countries that fought under that banner, a British soldier was buried in Westminster on November 11th, 1920. Yeah, I will admit I am kind of struggling to read this because I'm just thinking of the whole impact of things. But yeah, they're going in hard with the description of how miserable this was. Where was I? So recently, however, in Australia in 1993, in Canada 2000, in New Zealand 2004, brought back the remains of a fallen unknown soldier to their home soil to create their own memorials. The picture shows this military cemetery from San Menehould. In the background, you can see the memorial for all the fallen soldiers. Imagine the tens of thousands of men and women who will never be known, who died in a war they didn't want. Made by men and women who... Yeah, never got to fire a gun, but they died everywhere else along the way. I don't know, this image right here is killing me. Ugh. Those are probably temporary crosses for the time being. Also, the music's different too. So I can't go that way. Notice how the background is like sheds of light coming through the dark clouds of war. And it's just like an odd silence to it all. We have a massive graveyard like this at Tabor, named for over 15,000 Czechoslovakian men and women who died during the Weltkrieg and during the Revolution. Yeah. Oh, come on. Finding memorabilia of those lost. A factory worker. Well, let's put. I'm like I said, I'm giving a lot of credit here that they're showing just even a glimpse of what it felt like trying to do the cleanup, and the makes you have to think about that the land you're walking on was no man's land, and so many dead are amongst you buried, and that this was 4 years of just degradation from war. So I will give them credit that they're taking this very seriously enough. This wasn't just a simple cleanup, like this took a toll on people. It honestly makes you wonder what the cleanup crews found besides the dead. I wonder if they found so many of these items, and like especially journals and letters that could never be written in time when they died, and they just read it. Much of I bet there was one letter that they were in the middle of finishing and they just died on the spot from an explosion, so you just see the last scribble at the end of the note that you could decipher. Yeah, I don't know, we'll see if they cover any more of the post-war stuff. Is that a late? Oh, come on. Oh, come on. No. Damn it. Now you just reminded me of the first game. Damn you. That was hard enough at the end. Remind him about a meal. It's only been a few months since I played that game, and I'm still trying to remember how distraught I was just at that. Come on. Yeah, I need a minute. Fuck. Alright, devs, you got me there. You got me really good there. Holy shit. The fact that he even found his ladle that he carried around with him all that time. Well, I remember the dead are the ones that sees the end of war by Plato, so... Oh, what now?
Dear James, I'm not sure where or when this message will find you, but please know that I've made every effort to contact you.
Oh, what the hell happens?
The day had started so well. We were on our way to buy furniture for our home. When some men told us we couldn't shop together. Freddie argued with them.
No fucking way.
And it ended badly.
God damn it. Why did I think somebody was gonna die at the end of this game?
You're all right. You're all right. No. No, no, no. No, 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 no. No. Hold on. Hold on, Fred. No. No. No, no, no.
He's not responding, Anna.
You're all right. You're all right. No. No, no, no. No, 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 no. No, no, no. No. I couldn't save him. No, no, no. Freddie. I'm including the letter he intended to mail you. I'm sorry to share this horrible news. Your friend, Anna.
Dear James, I hope you're doing fine. I can't wait for you to come back home, and I bet you're feeling the same way. I'm sure you're keeping everyone in good cheer with those sweet melodies you play on your clarinet. I never imagined romance would come back into my life, especially during a war. But Anna and I are both enjoying a fresh start. None of this would have been possible without you. Your optimism and infectious spirit brought me back to life. It's also been such a joy to see you mature into the man you've become today. I'm so incredibly proud of you. With all that you've accomplished, I know now there are better days for us, for people who look like you and me. I'm certain that the future you and so many others fought for will become a reality. P.S. I hear there's going to be a parade in honor of those who served during the war. You should be home by then, and I will be right by your side. See you soon, little brother. Freddie.
I mean, he did say that he was going to play a song for his brother, so I guess that's the case.
Despite heroic efforts during the First World War, it would take nearly a century for the Harlem Hellfighters to finally get the recognition that they earned with their lives, their dignity, and their valiant hearts. And like so many other people dragged into this war on all sides, we should honor both the remembered and the forgotten, whose lives were indelibly altered, ruined, and far too often lost in the machinery and fate of the Great War.